Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat and today I'm doing my romance wrap up for August. So I have 5 books to talk about and they range from 3 to 4 stars. Today I'm very tired, so I'm not going to do the rating thing. Sorry if that bums you out, but can't be bothered. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one I want to talk about is one I picked up from my local street library. And let's just say it gave me a giggle, okay? So this is On a Wicked Dawn by Stephanie Lawrence. This is from 2002. I know that because all throughout the reading process, I was going, 2002! at my husband, which was pretty effing annoying for him. Why was I saying 2002? You might ask? Because we don't really write romance like this anymore. At least the romances I read aren't really like this anymore. We're following a main character who decides that she wants to marry her longtime family friend crush, right? So she has thought of this way to help them both out. So she goes and waits for him, and when he stumbles home drunk, she gives him a proposition. She will marry him and she will have her extensive dowry because his family is poor. And she will get what she wants, which is to have sex with him and be a married lady because she's tired of going to balls. So he's like, okay, sure. But what she doesn't know is that he recently turned around the family fortune. So he's actually like one of the richest people in town. So he doesn't need to marry her. He wants to marry her. And therein lies the miscommunication. Yeah, so there is just so much miscommunication in here and like needless drama. And oh yeah, like they marry about halfway through, and then the rest of the half of the book is just like the most pointless, the most stupid. They love each other, but like they don't want to admit it to each other, and I'm just like, this is dumb. You're dumb. Hey. Yeah, it was actually really funny though. I had a good time reading it because it was so ridiculous, and also like some of the things we just probably wouldn't see anymore. For instance, she wears a dress which like hugs her curves, and then he's like, you are never allowed to wear that dress again because I don't want men to look at you. And she's like, I'm gonna wear whatever I want. And he's like, okay, then I won't marry you. And then she's like, okay, I will never wear the dress again. And I'm just like, girl, couldn't you have fallen in love with like anyone else? Yeah, so I don't recommend this. And I have 2 things to say. 1, this will be a great book for me to trade with my street libraries so I can get another book. I will donate this one. 2, Stephanie Lawrence is Australian, which I did not know. Did you guys know that? I didn't know. So yeah, that's On a Wicked Dawn. My other 3-star read is actually a surprise for me. So this is Hither Page by Sebastian. This is the first in the Page and Summers series. So you're following a small town doctor who has PTSD after the war and a spy who is sent to figure out why someone was killed in the town. And they kind of team up to discover what happened, and there's also a romance that happens between them. So this has very much cozy mystery feels. So if you like cozy mysteries, this might be for you. However, for me, it felt like it neither hit the target on like mystery thriller, nor did it hit the romance. And there are 2 people killed in this, and I only understood the murder situation for one of them. No matter how many times I reread the explanation for the other one, I could not figure it out. Maybe I'm dumb, but I was so confused. So unfortunately, this one is 3 stars, and I will not be continuing. Next up is my first 4-star, and this is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you guys what this is about because everyone likes this series. But this is about Chloe Brown, who has a near-death experience, and then she writes a bucket list of things she wants to do before she dies, and she decides to get help checking off those items from her resident bad boy, I guess, but he's not really like a bad boy. He agrees to help her, and they develop a relationship from there. This is really soft and sweet. For me, it was a completely middle of the road 4. So I really enjoyed it. It was great palette cleanser, but I didn't fall in love with it as much as a lot of people have. There are other ones by Talia Hibbert which I have liked more. So I really love her Ravenswood series, and I also really like the Work For It book, which both of those were really good and are totally my cup of tea. So my second favorite romance in August is Rafe by Rebekah Weatherspoon. This was recommended to me by one of you guys and it was so good. You recommended it to me and I read it, I think, the same day because it is called Rafe, a Buff Male Nanny. And I was like, yes, 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 come here. So we're following Dr. Sloane Copeland, who is like an amazing surgeon. And when her nanny basically leaves, she is kind of left in the lurch. So she's looking for someone to care for her children. Enter Rafe Whitcomb, who is all tatted up and he rides a motorcycle and he is absolutely amazing with children. So he becomes the nanny and this is just so sweet. Like, he's there for her. There's like very low angst between them. They just get on so well. There is kind of angst with her ex-husband, who is like a trash garbage human, but overall this book was so soft and sweet. And a Black female doctor, we love to see it. And a buff tatted male nanny who's great with kids, love to see it. Like, it was so good. Highly recommend. Oh my god, and also the steam in here, like all the stars. It was so good, like brilliant. And my favorite romance read of the month was Sweet Temptation by Cora Reilly. So we're following a girl who is 17 when she is promised in marriage to an underlord of the Mafia world. And they get married as soon as she turns 18 because he needs someone to care for his children because his wife has passed away. Everyone thinks like he killed her and that he's like super brutal. And the reason that she's being married to him is because it will help their family, because his family is super high ranking and he's like going to be a big boss one day. And she doesn't want to get married. She's also terrified of him. And when they get married, it's absolutely so interesting to see their dynamics together because he isn't what she thought and she isn't what he thought. And I just loved it. I loved the end. I thought it was absolutely amazing. And I think it was just really well done overall. And there's a certain choice that the main male lead makes. What a great man, what a great human, what a great husband, what a fucking legend. Again, this is another one that I stayed up all night to read. I think this is my first Cora Reilly, but I will definitely be reading more. If you have any recommendations for where I should start with her other books, let me know. So let me know your favorite romances down below and why you think I would like them, and just so I have an idea. One thing I'll mention is I don't like harems, I don't like cheating. That's it. I don't like those things. But other than that, I'm pretty keen for spicy times. So without further ado, I will see you guys in another video soon. Thank you so much for watching and I will talk to you later. Bye.